Alright, howdy folks. Alright, so we had a little trouble with the truck. Alright, so you could probably hear the compressor going. But last week and a half ago, we ended up putting new tires on the truck. We ended up going with these Wrangler, Goodyear Wranglers here. Decent tire, nothing that spectacular. But in the first week, he ended up hitting something with the rear tire and getting a pretty decent sized hole in a brand new tire with just a couple hundred, maybe 300 miles on the tire, maybe 500 miles at the most. We don't know what he hit, but it was beyond repair, believe it or not, unfortunately. So anyhow, we got a new tire, and he went and picked it up yesterday. His friends from school helped him switch the spare on and all that stuff, so it saved them a little bit of time, which is great. But today we're gonna see what he remembers about changing the tire and film it, and we're gonna start setting his truck up to be a little more prepared. Enjoy. So sorry about the compressor noise. We got that thing running in the background. So he's got a nice full-size spare. Looks like it's a different size rim. So I don't know if that came with factory or what with this truck, but it's a 265 70R17, and the tires that we changed are 275 55 20s. So let's see. All right, so we're not going to use the truck jack. We're using our actual floor jack. Those little jacks that come with the vehicles, I think they suck. Now you make sure there's nothing under that axle, no brake lines in the way, nothing like that you're going to squish with the jack, right?
I'm going from the shop.
Okay. So when you do this, you only got to get the tire up off the ground. Go a little bit extra because the other tire is taller. So we're on a little bit of an incline here. So he's got both front tires chocked or blocked, whatever you want to call it, with rubber blocks, so we won't have any issues. All right, so he's got the tire off the ground, and now he's gonna zing the lug nuts off. Zing it right off. Just put it on the ground. So we don't have our compressor turned up really high. I want to say it's up to about 125 psi.
All right, after letting the air compressor fill up a little bit more and get a little bit more pressure in the system, I was able to get the last 3 lug nuts off. So after getting the last 3 lug nuts off, I was able to pull the spare tire off and get the original tire on, and then I'll hand tighten all the lug nuts and then zing them back on, and then we'll torque them to 140 foot-pounds of torque.
right, so we got the wheel on. He's zinged the things on at a low pressure with the impact tool. Now he's just lowering it to the ground and he's gonna torque the wheel lugs. So anybody who's not familiar with this is a torque wrench, and you're basically just putting leverage on this thing in tightening direction until you hear that click. When that clicks, you're at the preset torque, which he's torquing the first round to 80 foot-pounds. These need to be torqued all the way up to 140 foot-pounds. So now he'll probably do like 110 or something like that. We'll go through it in 2 or 3 series, 3 or 4 series, whatever. Doesn't really matter as long as you're not going to each lug nut. You're going from the bottom to the top, and then you move over one, then you go across, and you keep doing that. So basically you're skipping every other one. What'd you set it at this time?
It's at like 115.
Okay, so he's doing 115, so that's good. And there is a sequence that you could follow. They have in the manual, but as long as you go every other or across on a 6 lug, it's fine. A 5 lug you would do every other.
Up to 140?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you could do like 25 or something like that, 30, but you should be able to do it. It's seated. The wheel is seated now. Make sure you support that left arm. Did you get that one to the right?
This one?
Yeah. Check it.
Shit, check them again.
Yeah, see, I don't think you got that one.
That's the one I missed. That one's good.
So he went across, but he's just verifying that he hit every one. That's fine to do it like that. And then check that next one too, and we'll be good. Okay. So they're all at 140. That's perfect. Now it's starting to rain, so we gotta hustle and get this. Here, I'll take care of that. We gotta hustle and get this spare tire put back underneath. All right. So the kids made the mistake of cranking that thing all the way up, so I had to come down here and grab it and pull on it, yank on it while he released it. So in the future, I just told him and everybody out there in the interweb, you don't crank that back in all the way. You never crank that in unless there's a tire on it, because you're gonna have this kind of problem when you go to put your tire back up. So next time, I told him, you just like take a little duct tape or electrical tape or a zip tie, and you zip tie it to the frame or something up there. That's all you do. So we got to get the spare tire back under there. So now that piece has to fit through the center of the rim, and then we could crank it back up. All right. Now I'm just cranking this while he's under there, and the tire should be starting to go up any second. We ended up pulling that thing down a little bit far. There we go. Is it good?
Yep.
All right, so we got to run out, but we got this all put on, torqued, spare tire put away, and that's it. Thanks for watching.